How often do we wait for change to come from outside, from others, from circumstances, from a lucky moment, when in reality, true change starts within us? It starts with a thought, a decision, a spark inside. Change is the process of becoming different over time. It can be positive or negative, depending on the situation. It can happen on a personal, social, or even global scale. Let's take a look at my personal story. When I was younger, I was shy. I was insecure. I was scared of judgment. I couldn't even raise my hand in class. I couldn't ask questions. I often found myself making up arguments in my mind, but I would never say them out loud. I would think of answers to questions in class, but fear always held me back. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you did not speak up for yourself because you were too afraid? Have you ever found yourself in an unfair situation and you could do nothing about it because fear held you back? It's frustrating. It's isolating. You feel like you're trapped in a box built of invisible walls made by fear and doubt. You feel like you're wasting opportunity after opportunity just because you don't have the courage to speak up for yourself. One day, I decided it was enough. Enough silence, enough fear, enough pain. I wanted to take back control of my life. I wanted to be someone that's confident, someone that can speak in public, someone that speaks up for themselves. So I chose change. Day after day, I started stepping outside of my comfort zone with small things like raising my hand in class, asking questions, applying to clubs, joining social groups like scouts and missionaries. We often underestimate the power of small actions. When we think of change, we think of a revolution, something big, a big step we take. When in reality, every small thing you do matters. Every time you speak up, every silent moment of bravery, every thought that tells you, I want to try again, counts up at the end. So, day after day, I started seeing the change happen in my life. I saw how I was able to change the path of my life, from this shy girl who lets people walk all over her to this person that's confident and can speak up and say what's on her mind. It allowed me to be my class representative twice. It allowed me to be the leader of many social groups. It allowed me to be someone people come to for help, for support. And most importantly, it allowed me to be standing here today in front of all of you, talking about my personal story, which is something I once thought I could never do. You might be thinking now, she reached her goal. It's the end. But you're wrong. I'm still on my ongoing journey. I still have moments where insecurities knock on my door, where fear tickles my heart. But the difference now is that I know what bravery is. Bravery isn't not feeling afraid. It's despite the fear, doing what you want to do. It's fighting down this fear. So you might be asking, why are we so afraid of change? What is it? We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of judgment, of what other people might be thinking about us. Even if we're sad, even if we're unhappy, we would rather stay in what we know than step outside of our comfort zone. But I promise you that a day will come where your fear of staying the same will become bigger than your fear of change. And when that day comes, it will be like a spark lit inside of you. And that's what happened to me. But I'm only one example out of 1,000. And my story influences other people who are scared of speaking up. It gives them hope, which is why individual change leads to societal change. Let's take a look at our society in Lebanon. A couple years ago, many topics weren't spoken about. Things like mental health, gender roles, personal freedom, they were taboo. They were off limits. And the people back then were influenced by social media, by Western ideologies, and they asked themselves, why can't we make this change in our society too? But in order to change on a societal scale, we had to change individually first. And that's what they did. They changed, they influenced others to change, and slowly but surely, our society started shifting to the better. That's the power of personal change. It's contagious, it spreads, it's influenceable. It's like a chain reaction. It leads to so many bigger changes. And right now, I'm not just the confident person I've always wanted to become, but I'm hope to the people who feel like they will always be stuck in this invisible box. I'm proof that change is possible and it can happen. But a misconception we have about change is that it has an end. We think it's a goal we get to and then it's done. We think it's a destination we arrive to and then it's over. But we're wrong. Change, it's a choice you make every single day. You wake up in the morning and you say, today, I want to do better. Today, I want to improve. Today, I choose change. Because there is no end. And change, it's not powerful, it's not loud, it's so quiet, yet it's so important. It can be as simple as helping a friend, speaking up in a meeting, or just looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, today, I want to try again. Even if I failed, I want to do it all over again. So me, Sirina Chartouni, if my story can help or influence even one person out of all of you, then every step I took to become who I am today was worth it. Thank you.